only getting like 90 or 100 hours.
That's what I've been saying.
That's wild. Yeah, no, that is wild.
It's all those Gengar EX defenders that are like, it's not that bad. No, you're out of your mind. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 671st episode of the Pokemon Podcast. It's super effective. This is going to be weird because you're going to hear next week 671, but I'm flipping them because this news will be not as important the following week, and the next week's episode can be put anytime because it's not a news-focused episode. So this is the real 671. The other one's the fake 671. I'm your host, Steve. With me is Bobby.
Hey, I like the tease you did for everybody for next week now. A non-news focused episode is coming. What could it be?
Huge.
What could it be? We also have Glau here, a.k.a. Austin. First time on the show.
I just got out of work like 5 minutes ago. But we're here. We made it. We made it.
If you're watching the video podcast, I'm in a Japanese hotel room and my hair is fried right now because the Japanese shampoo not good.
Oh no.
Not good.
Oh no.
I can't even blame the humidity. It's not even humid here yet. Okay, we have an episode for you guys today. There's been a new TCG set because, of course, there is. We have some Pokemon Go news, and then I got kicked out of a Pokemon Center. So that's the episode for you guys today. Really great. Very excited. I'm here in Japan for Osaka Go Fest, which is next week. And that's why we recorded the fake 671 early, because I don't know if I could do 4 days of Go Fest and then try to record and then try to edit and then the next day literally get on a flight to go to New Jersey for that Go Fest. So that's why we recorded the early episode. It's been a real nightmare. Hopefully this sounds and looks good. I think the internet's working fine here. Let's start off with some Pokemon news, which is, oh boy, we have two. I guess let's start with the new set, because that's more exciting.
Okay.
This is off the press release website. Out of This World Ultra Beast Pokemon make its debut in TCG Pocket with upcoming themed booster Extradimensional Crisis.
It's quite a name.
Yeah, were they trying to like...
They put a big word in there. They put it way too long.
Were they trying to like one-up space-time? What is it? Space-time Smackdown?
Space-time Smackdown.
Yeah. Something. I don't know. It's wild.
They're saying players can collect Ultra Beast Pokemon such as Buzzwole EX, Blacephalon, Nihilego, Guzzlord EX. First Pokemon appearing in the Sun and Moon video games, Ultra Beast Pokemon are mysterious life forms from another world that emerge from the Ultra Wormholes, giving off a mysterious alien energy. In celebration of their debut, a new Ultra Beast themed binder cover will be available for players to obtain through the shop with tickets beginning May 29th. Players will show off their favorite cards on their new floral display board using shop tickets as well, and an upcoming Wonder Pick event between June 11th through June 28th. Furthermore, why is this a separate sentence? Trainers will also be able to encounter Pokemon from the Alola region in Extra-Dimensional Crisis, including the debut of Type Null. Okay, come on, like... Type Null wasn't popular like 9 years ago. It's not popular now. Well, I guess if there was a Type Null, there should be a Savalli.
That's exciting, at least, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Savalli?
Yeah, the legendary Pokemon.
It's like a dog. It's like a dog, kind of, you know?
I think it's a Chimera.
We all like those.
This is a dog with flippers. I saw a meme of Type Null doing 20 damage and then flipping a coin for, I think, another 20 damage. And then next to it is just Farfetch, which just does 40. So you just have, like,
no.
legendary Pokemon
Yeah.
with a coin flip. Um, let's start with Austin. Was there a card they shown that you were excited for? What are you? We'll get to this in a second. That Pokemon Pocket surpasses 1 billion, and I believe you've given them at least $100,000. So,
yeah, I'm pretty close to that, if not a little over that. Yeah. But as far as cards go, I don't know. They're all like kind of cool. I will say the Ultra Beast moves are fun, like the names of the moves specifically. But aside from that, I don't know. They're all right. It was kind of expected. Ultra Beasts were on their way, so.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like. Go ahead, Bobby.
We talked about that, right? Well, I mean, I assumed that the set was going to focus on Necrozma, and I know
fair
that
enough.
I know it's in the set, but yeah, I assumed like they had to do Ultra Beasts like sooner or later, especially since they introduced Alola. So I'm happy to see Alola continue. Like they can just keep Alola going for the rest of the year if they want. Like every set for the rest of the year could just be an Alola set. I'd be totally fine with that. But yeah.
My question is, are there shinies?
Oh, please no.
Probably Mythical Island like Pokemon card shinies.
Yeah, there'll probably be a couple in there, right?
Yeah,
please no. I remember when new Pokemon Snap came out, and I remember there was like this online discourse of there should be shiny Pokemon in new Pokemon Snap, and I think the one of the reasons for it was like it would increase longevity, or like people would go back and play it. But I just don't believe that. That's not true. Like if Bobby loves shinies, and shinies didn't even keep Bobby playing Sleep.
That's true.
Like there are shiny Pokemon in Masters, and people still just don't play Masters. And now when I'm open, like I got a shiny Haunter the other day, and I was like, this is useless.
Yeah,
this is the other thing we didn't talk about with the shinies was you can't even trade them because you need 3 of them to trade. So they're not even trade fodder. I'm never like I'm not going to get like another shiny Machamp with 120. It's not even Machamp EX. It's just the regular Machamp. No one wants that. I don't even want it.
Yeah, but you can fill a whole binder with a bunch of shiny Machamp. That'd be cool. That'd be fun.
Yeah. LinkedIn resume.
What they said, new floral binder incoming. Come on.
The green will match perfectly. No, I think your point though about like shinies in a game don't really like mean longevity, because I think one thing that brings that out really well is Pokemon Quest, right?
Yeah.
Like that game had an endpoint, and there were shinies, so you could have gone through and like continued, but like, are any of us still playing Quest for shinies? Like, no, it's not happening.
No.
Well, I know there's a small fandom that's very into like Rumble, but that's like hyper small.
Yeah.
To like go back and get like Rumble shinies.
I like Rumble, but I wouldn't play it now, probably.
Yeah.
I think the timing, I don't know if the timing of this was intentional, but they just launched the Alola Sitting Cuties in Japan. And what Pokemon do you think is hard to find? Like what Alola Pokemon do you think would be like the sitting cutie that you like cannot get?
Like Comfy or something? Like
okay, good one. There was no Comfey. Comfey was completely gone.
Yeah, maybe Pyukumuku.
No, there's plenty of Pyukumuku.
Because it's like
plenty of Pyukumuku, plenty of Wishy-Washy, plenty of the other Wishy-Washy.
Oh, is it Togedemaru?
Oh, now that you mention it, yeah, I didn't see any Togedemaru.
Minior?
People like Togedemaru?
Yeah, that's one.
Which one?
People like
Minior?
Togedemaru. Togedemaru is my favorite Pikachu
what?
Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah. Way better than Palmy, who just stands up and evolves.
No, Palmy's
Yeah,
done.
fair enough. No, I don't know.
I think they did Minior dirty because there was only the shell Minior and there was only pink. They didn't do all the colors. If they did all the colors, they only had pink. I've been to 3 Pokemon Centers so far, and they have just the pink one.
They did all the Vivian? And they didn't do
I know.
all the 7 colors of Minior? What?
Yeah, I don't think
That's
they did
ridiculous.
all that. You know which one? I only saw it at 1 Pokemon Center. The other 2 was missing, but Alolan Executor was not at the first two Pokemon
Oh.
centers.
That's a good one, though.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that is a good one.
Yeah. Yep.
Incineroar, all the starters were in stock, but they
Oh,
probably
right,
overproduced
yeah.
those. Cosmog
okay,
was
yeah.
pretty like sold out.
Could see that.
I feel like maybe like the Steenie line could be Boonsweet, Steenie.
Oh no, I've seen Steenie. I've
Those
seen
are good
Steenie.
ones.
I don't think I
Okay.
saw a lot of
All right, never
Zarinos,
mind.
but I definitely saw Steenie.
The Zarinas were gone.
I think the Zarinos were gone.
Hmm.
Charjabug was still there. Pikapeck was. No one was buying Pikapecks. Pikapeck was
What?
still
Pikapeck
there.
is such an underrated Pokemon. That whole line is underrated. Toucanon, what an amazing Pokemon Toucanon is.
Toucanon
And
is
the
really
shinies.
cool. A lot of
Shinies are
Kamalas.
awesome.
Sandygas.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, the Sandycast one is bad though. Like whoever
is it
designed
bad?
that
I haven't
plush,
seen it.
they
Oh
did
no,
it
I think
dirty.
yeah. Okay, never mind. I think I'm in there. I think I'm there.
No, I think you've seen it. I think you've seen it.
I think I'm there. Yeah, I got
I think
you.
when you see it, you go, "Oh."
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't think I've seen it. I'm gonna look this up now.
Okay, the one I couldn't find, which my friend Julie wanted, was Pom Pom Oricorio. Gone.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Oricorios.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Pom Pom and the Japanese Oricorio, the ghost one, completely gone, but plenty of the plenty of the Hawaiian one and then the European one. I'm talking in like Pokemon Go region.
In Pokemon Go. Yeah.
No Pom Pom.
Wow, that Sandygas is bad.
It's really bad. It's really
What
bad.
happened to poor Sandygas?
The Incineroar plush is awesome though.
Can I just say, like, this is why. Oh, is Mimikyu hard to find?
No, I think they overproduced Mimikyu. That was pretty
They
easy.
have like two different Mimikyu ones,
yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, there's the busted form and then the regular one.
Wow. And yet Minior only gets one color.
I know. If
Outside
they
of the
had all
shell.
the Miniors, I probably would have got them all.
Yeah. that
But
would
I
be
just don't want
awesome.
one. I want all of them.
That
Yeah.
would be cool to have all of them.
You had all of them. Yeah, for sure. Anyways, the fact that we were able to name so many Pokemon that could be sold out because they're so popular just goes to show how good Alola is as a region. Just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there aren't that many.
What is there, like 78 Pokemon from Alola?
Yeah, like not like a Unova Dex, like 156 Pokemon. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm the opposite of Glau. I think Glau is all in on Pocket. I'm burnt out.
I mean, that's fair.
Sad. That's sad.
I do
cannot-
think they're releasing sets too fast.
Okay, I cannot be the only person who just strongly believes there's just too many sets too fast.
I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly because the fact that they keep releasing sets, I think, is the thing that keeps me like going back to the game. Like, as weird as it is, like I was kind of not feeling too great about Pocket over the last couple weeks, and then something like, I don't know if it was like the trailer for the new set or something, and all of a sudden I'm just like in there doing the Alola Ninetales like solo battles and stuff like that over and over, and trying to like build some new decks up and stuff. And like, it's the sets, when they like announce the sets and stuff, it just like pushes me back into playing it again. So I like the new sets coming every month.
Do you think it's because of Alola though?
Maybe.
Could be.
maybe, but
Hold on.
I don't know. It's fun. Like, I think because coming from the physical TCG as a collector, there's so many options of what you can try to collect that then going into Pocket the first couple of months, it was like, oh, this is so sparse because it was just starting up, which like makes sense. But because they're releasing sets so quickly, it's already feeling like collecting for the physical TCG, which like someone could say is not a good thing. But on the other hand, like the variety of what you can open or try to collect is just growing so quickly that I think it's a lot of fun. Like, and I'm not saying that as a completionist, because if you're a completionist, obviously it's like, whoa, slow down. I want to try to like finish this before the next thing comes. But just as like looking at it like, oh, there's so much variety in like what I want to collect or like what I can collect. I like that they have the sets coming out so quickly.
So I'm gonna throw myself out there really quick. You mentioned completionist. You mentioned completionist. I got every set complete, and I usually complete it within the first week.
Can we do
I
a
don't
card?
do
Can we
any of the battles.
Can we do? You don't do any of the battles. Oh, okay. So you don't care.
Barely any.
Okay.
I care about the promo cards.
Okay. You don't do
But-
battles. I pegged you for a battle person. Like I thought you
No.
were a battle. I thought you.
No,
loved
I need that
battling,
binder
too.
full of shiny Machamp.
That's who doesn't. Who doesn't? Can we do a card check? I'm at
Yeah, absolutely.
6,450 cards.
Oh, I'm the lowest out of this. I just passed 6,000 last night. I did a 10 poll and just passed 6,000. So I'm at like 6,050 or something like that.
Okay.
9,802.
Jeez.
It's disgusting.
If we had recorded tomorrow, you probably would have broken that 10,000
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, probably.
The threshold.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, after the next pack comes out, it will be past that probably.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So-
I've been in Japan for almost 72 hours. No, whatever 4 days is. Almost 4 days. I've opened 4 packs
96?
while being in Japan.
What?
I just like Austin, do you get like satisfaction of completing the set? Like the stamp is
Oh
like
yeah, it feels
yes.
good.
For
Yeah.
me, I feel nothing. I have no.
I mean, I need to find excitement somewhere, you know. So when it pops up on screen, congrats! I'm like, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think though, like I don't dislike Pocket. I don't hate it. I'm glad it exists. I like it, but I think it's really hyper amplified how I played the normal TCG, which was like I opened packs and I liked opening packs, but I never felt like, oh, I need to complete the set. It was more like,
Yeah.
I can build a deck now, and any cards I'm missing, can just go to TCG Player, or I can just go to eBay and I can just buy like the 5 cards I'm missing for the deck, and then I'm good to go. And I like the battling. And every time we mention whether cards are like good or bad competitively, there's always like one person in the YouTube comments that's like, Gengar EX isn't actually that bad, and it's like, no, bro, you have no clue. The fact that you think Gengar EX, that's the card you're defending in the comments is crazy to me. Gengar EX is terrible.
I will give it up to the people in the comments that were defending Greninja though. Because I went back and was like, oh yeah, Greninja's doing some work. Like, I'll give you the Greninja. But the Gengar EX, like, there were some other ones I was like, just because it got used once, like, it does not mean it's a good card.
It's like Rare Candy didn't make it better. It's still bad. No, Crobat's the new Greninja. Crobat does 30, I think.
The Arceus one?
Yeah.
Arceus Link one? Got it.
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. I just wanted to dunk on Gengar EX, really. That was mostly it. Here's the one thing I'll say about the Ultra Beast before we take a break. There is no water Ultra Beast. So competitive wise, what is Misty gonna do? There's
About time. About time that Misty is not boosting something.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like some crazy water Pokemon they haven't
There'll be
shown
something.
yet. Because DNA just like loves water.
We're gonna get like water, the Rapid Strike Urshifu or something. He's gonna just be
Just
randomly
throw it in there
thrown
randomly. Why not? Just toss it in there.
Dang, 9,500 cards. Have you missed a promo? Have you missed anything?
9,800. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Don't undersell it. It's 9,800 and 2. But no, I haven't missed a promo card yet.
I have missed 2 now. So I missed the Machamp like a few promos ago. It was just a regular hollow Machamp.
Oh, like a 5 out of the 5 pack.
Yeah, I missed
Yeah.
that. And then 2 weeks ago I missed not the full art Rayquaza, because I know that's still available. Like, I haven't won my 50 battles yet. That's still available. But
I haven't done
during the
I
Rayquaza,
did do those battles.
Did you do the 50?
Yeah,
the
I got
50 for
those.
that?
Yeah, but you can
I'm
auto
working through those
battle
right now.
those.
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
Yeah. But the one that was the Rayquaza EX from the Rayquaza drop, I missed that one, and I'm actually bummed that I missed that one. Like, because that one had a Rayquaza and a Rayquaza EX in it.
Yeah.
And so it tripped me up because I got the Rayquaza, and then I kind of like didn't. I was like, whatever. And then it ended, and I was like, I missed the Rayquaza EX. So got to trade one day.
I fear if I end up missing one, that might be the end. That's probably going to be where it ends.
You're going to end just short of 10,000 cards.
I got to keep going. If I miss one, I'm out. I'm uninstalling the app. I don't care.
I mean, I respect the I don't know, compassion, the passion you have for like, I'm gonna do it, go hard, and if I miss one, that's it.
I'm done.
It's over.
Time to retire.
If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, the comment button, the subscribe. More importantly, comment how many cards you have. I wanna know. I want to know. And if you're in the Slack or the Discord, you can do it under the podcast channel. I'm just curious of where everyone's at now that we're just over 6 months of TCG Pocket. Okay, let's take a break. And then there is a bus for Pokemon Go that's going to drive around Europe that we'll talk about. And then I think the coolest costume Pokemon is coming to Pokemon Go. So we will be right back. And we are back from our break. Buses.
Yes. Yes.
This is off PokemonGoLive.com. Pikachu and friends are hitting the road. Trainers, get ready to take your Pokemon Go adventure to the next level. This summer, we're bringing the fun to you with Pokemon Go Road Trip 2025. It will start across 7 European cities starting on July 16th. I'm just going to run through those cities. Manchester, England, July 16th. London, England, July 19th. Paris, France, July 26th. Valencia? Spain, August
Valencia.
2nd. Okay. Feel like I should have rolled a letter.
Don't keep trying. You got it.
Just keep going. You're good.
For Berlin, Germany, August 9th. Den Haag, Netherlands, August 16th. And Cologne, Germany, which is Gamescom. I was like, wait, why are they going back to Germany? August 20th through August 24th. So it's ending. What can you do at the stops? It says it's a branded Pokemon GO Truck with interactive fun, photo opportunities, zones for trainers to battle, community challenges, spin to win giveaways, and exciting prizes, which is it's gonna be like a wristband or something. And then it was the chance to meet with notable trainers, local trainers, and community ambassadors. Are there? It doesn't say here. Are there special spawns? What's happening with this truck?
It doesn't.
You get a keychain.
The truck has a TV on the side of it. That's cool, I guess.
That's the sign of a good truck. It looks fine. This kind of makes me think of like, it was last year sometime, maybe the very beginning of this year. There was like photo ops you could do with like Eevee and Pikachu in like specific malls in Anaheim and San Francisco.
Oh yeah,
we were talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like it might have been right before, right around like Christmas time or something. It makes me kind of think of that. Like it's like, oh, this is just like a photo opportunity. Like, and you can come through and just hang for a little while and just find some like-minded people, you know, who like would also have fun with this. Like I don't think anybody should be like, you know, if you're in the US, I don't think you should be flying to Europe to like go see this bus or anything. Do you disagree, Steve? You look like you disagree.
You're flying to Europe, huh? You're on your way.
I've already booked all 7 tickets.
Of course.
I've actually pre-ordered an Uber to follow the bus from my
Oh,
kitchen.
yeah, not a bad idea.
If you're going to do it, like you got to hit every stop.
No, I think I think there's like different tiers of Pokemon Go events, right? Like I think a Go Fest is almost always worth traveling to if you like Pokemon Go. Like I'm sure Austin would fly to TCG Pocket once, for the
Of course.
If there was a
I
card,
don't know what they would do, but
promo,
yeah, you had to get
one
you had to go
promo,
there.
you had to be there for it.
I'd have to go. I can't miss out on it.
you get one free booster pack when you go.
I'm in. Sign me up.
I see. I don't even know at this point if a lot of like safari zones are worth going to.
I feel like, and coming from someone who's not been to any of these events other than the Unova
Yeah, but you liked Unova Tour, right? You thought that was like worth it.
I did think that was worth it. But I think safari zones, they feel like they're made for the people that are in those areas to attend.
Yeah.
Like they more so than to have people traveling across countries to attend them. Whereas like a Go Fest, I feel like are made more for if you're going to travel to a Pokemon Go event, it's a Go Fest, right? But Safari Zone, it's like you couldn't go to Go Fest or like it just wasn't feasible, but like this is going to be in your area and kind of work so that you can kind of go to that if you're local or kind of local,
Yes. Like
at least externally, that's how it feels.
If I think about like money, the cost it takes for me to get to like Japan for Go Fest is the similar cost to going to like South Korea for a safari zone or a city safari. And there's just much. I'm not comparing Japan and South Korea; they're very different countries. But the cost of me leaving MSP is the same.
Yeah, right.
But the amount that you can do at a Go Fest is so much more than a safari zone.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess I'm very curious of what Osaka Go Fest will be like next week compared to this New Jersey Go Fest. Because you would think, well, okay, this is the second time it's at the 76 Expo Center for Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the third year it's kind of in New York for the New Jersey one.
Right.
Kind of.
But
Kind of.
I guess we'll see. I'm not going to Paris, so I don't know, but
so where does that put? But where does that put bus tour on the level
bus
of
tour?
Pokemon
Bus
Go
tour,
event?
like very.
It's got to be at the bottom. It's got to be at the bottom.
Yeah, I agree.
But like, okay, to be fair to our European listeners, it's far easier to travel around Europe than it is to even like travel around America. You guys got trains over there, and you guys got like flights. Like every time I talk to my friend Tone, he's always like I think when he flew out to Unova Tour, I think he told me his flight was like $800 from all the way to California, and my flight from Minneapolis to New York was $600.
Yeah.
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 When you put it like that, that's yeah, and that's fair. But I still put the bus tour at the bottom tier of these.
That being said, if it was nearby, I would go to the bus.
Yeah,
I would see the bus.
Yeah, I don't think it's like I'm not like there's no hate on this bus, by the way. Like I'm not hating on the bus. I think that this is like
you can hate on the bus. It's fine.
I don't know. I'm not hating on the bus. I think that there should be tiers of events where this exists, right? Because it's like this is just another way. Again, it's another way to get people who all like Pokemon Go together, right? Like that's the whole point. And I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't look to see like if any of these days, like what day of the week any of this stuff is. Like, are these days on community days? Are they on like? It doesn't look like they're always on weekends because like London and Manchester are only 3 days apart. So like one of those takes place during the middle of the week. But either way, like just, a way to get people together who play, and then obviously ending it at Gamescom. It'll just be there for 4 days or 5 days. It looks like, is cool. So yeah, no hate on the bus. No hate on the bus. Just an interesting. I'm just jealous that we don't have it in the U.S. That's what it is. We
That's
don't get
fair.
the bus.
I think it would be cool if you could buy like a ticket to get on the bus and travel to these places on the bus.
I'd be down with that.
They need more buses, but I
I
think
See,
that
that
might
wouldn't
make
work
it more
that-
worth it.
That wouldn't work in America because, like, if you're riding a bus in America, it's like portrayed as like poor, which I don't agree with. Like, I think public transportation
Same.
is great.
Yeah, but it's got
yeah.
Pikachu on the side,
Pokemon tax just jumps right
so
up.
obviously it's cool.
Yeah, I also don't agree with the bus thing. As someone who hates to fly, I would much rather take a bus or train anywhere than fly.
I went to an art fair or something. I don't know, like people set up tents and they sell their art, that kind of thing.
Right.
Which was in a park, and I knew parking was going to be terrible, so I took the light rail in Minneapolis, but the light rail didn't go directly to that park, and then I transferred to the bus, and it was like the easiest, most simple thing in the world.
Yeah.
And I would have spent more time trying to find parking than just like, a 10-minute bus ride a 10-minute light rail ride and then a 7-minute bus ride. And then I was there. I don't know, but I think buses are cool. I don't know about this Pokemon bus.
Same.
The question I have though is, well, America is getting something cool. We'll talk about this after the break, which is the museum thing.
Right.
If the bus was in America or you lived in Europe, the question I have is, how far would you travel? An hour, 2 hours?
Hold on. Can I just stop us before like going any further on this? So I've been looking at this picture of this quote unquote bus for a while, being like, that's not really bus like. And then I'm looking through the article and I'm realizing that they never say the word bus. They say truck. Like, it's a truck. It is not a bus. I'm imagining all the comments of people are like, this is not a bus, guys. Like,
Yeah, that's not a bus.
It's a
That's
truck.
not a bus.
and I was looking at it like, that's a
That's
weird. I don't think that's a bus. Like, that's a weird, like,
I thought you were
it's
gonna
like a
say,
semi truck.
I thought you were going to say it's AI and this isn't actually real. Do we know if this truck is even truck bus? Is it even real? Or is this just an AI picture?
I mean,
Because
you know what? No, I gotta be honest. It doesn't look that good.
It's definitely not a bus. That's for sure. So like,
I wish it was a bus.
If anybody here, like, I can just see the comments rolling in, and then hopefully now they're like just clicking delete. Like, oops, like they got it. They figured it out.
Oh no, we're good now. Hold on.
It's like a semi truck.
Start deleting your comment. You're good.
Okay. How far would I go? Is what you asked? How far would I drive for this?
Yeah, you're in San Diego. So what if it's in like LA? Would you go up there?
No.
I
wouldn't.
think no more than like 3 hours for me. That's
3
maybe
hours.
pushing it. That's pushing it, I think. But
Whoa. I would do an hour.
fair enough.
I'd give it an hour. Yeah.
I think 3 is pretty good. I think a 3-hour car ride is really doable.
Am I a
Yeah.
fake fan? I'm a fake fan over here.
Well, you've
Only
never
an
even been to
hour?
a Go Fest, Bobby. You are a fake fan.
I don't like to fly. I'm sorry. Yeah, an hour, I think. I had a chance to go to meet Pikachu and Eevee in Anaheim. That's only 90 minutes away from me, and I was like, no, I'm good.
You should have went.
I should have.
You should have gone.
Fake fan over here. So, an hour. Anything more than an hour is pushing it for me on this bus / truck.
It's a truck. Yeah.
It's a truck.
I don't know. What about trains? Can I interest you in a Phalanx costume train that will
Absolutely.
debut
Yes.
at GoFest?
Yes, you can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bobby, would you travel 2 hours to catch a Phalanx train?
I would actually. I traveled 2 hours in 2018 to go to LA for Unknown when it was at, I think it was like E3 or something.
I think you're right. I think it was E3.
And I went up for the day. I drove up 2 hours, and ran around LA, that area, for like 2 or 3 hours and then drove home after that. So yes, I would drive 2 hours for a train costumed phalanx.
Now, what if it was a phalanx truck? Is that any different, or
Nope. Only train.
Only for the train? Got it. Okay.
What if he's a bus?
Well, maybe.
Austin, we haven't convinced you to go to New Jersey, right? Or wait, are you convinced
No.
now?
I don't know. It's really close. This phalanx almost did it for me. It truly did. If it wasn't like the exact same time almost as the Switch 2, I'd be there.
Ah, that's right. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Switch 2.
it's a rough weekend. What are you going to do on the Switch 2?
Yeah.
You're just going to play Mario Kart.
I mean, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You're just convinced more. I don't like.
It looks good. I don't know.
Yeah.
You get to drive around as a cow.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What if the
Yeah.
cow was driving the Niantic truck?
Yeah, okay. Never mind. I'm in. I'm back
Yeah.
in.
Yep. 3 hours now for a cow driving the truck. I'll drive 3 hours.
I think the costume Pikachu and the train phalanx are good costumes.
Yeah. I think they're some of the best, honestly. Yeah, the phalanx is really good.
I actively don't like phalanx, but that costume is. Well, I'm sorry. I don't like phalanx.
That's
But
a wild
the
statement.
costume makes me love it. If it always had the train, it'd be good.
Have you ever seen phalanx as a train? If you haven't, go to my Instagram and you'll see it, because I posted it like 3 days before this announcement. I was like, what? I missed it by like 3 days.
You're so close.
I have phalanx on a railroad, and and then this came out, and I was like, I know I didn't make this happen, but I
You
feel
might have.
like I made it happen.
There's a chance.
Oh man!
But yeah, I love this.
Mhm.
You love it enough to possibly go to Go Fest. Look, we're not asking you to
Possibly.
go to all Go Fests. You could just go
That is
show up on
true.
you could just show up on like Sunday.
All right, that's true. That's true.
That's true. That's true. If you're watching
It
on YouTube,
happened.
comment below and say that Austin should come to Go Fest.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. This whole time I've been like, a whole weekend. I don't know, but you do have a point. You do have a point.
Yeah. I can't guarantee there will be a bus and or a truck there. Actually, we can get on a bus. The New York has buses.
There you go.
It's like a city bus.
Anything but the subway again.
Wasn't it your first subway experience? Was the subway shutting down?
Yeah, that was that one.
Way.
Yep, first time.
You were like literally one train behind my train, and my train was fine.
Yeah,
No way. Oh, that's sad.
it was
pretty
fine
good.
though.
Interesting thing. I should probably disclose that. Well, here, let me disclose. I'm in Japan for Osaka Go Fest. Niantic didn't pay for anything, so I'm disclosing that. I'm here on my own dollar. But Niantic did give me a ticket to Go Fest Osaka. They were like, here's a $35 ticket. Thanks for spending $1,500 on a flight yourself. But what was weird, when I redeemed that ticket, it gave me the battle pass. The free battle pass activated and showed up in my account after getting the ticket, because I was having dinner with my friend Julie, who lives here in Japan, and she was like shocked I didn't have the battle pass because she wanted to know how far I was in the battle pass, and I was like, I don't.
What battle pass are you talking about? Like
The 2 tracks, the like free track, and the
There's like another
the
lucky
page-
trinket at the end, right?
Yeah, there's another lucky trinket at the end.
Yeah.
is it the one that some people are able to like pay for, or are you talking about one specifically for GoFest?
No. It's like the thing they're testing. So I think if you're in some parts of Europe, you can get it, but I don't think
I have
any
a friend
America.
in Europe that has it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as I redeemed the Osaka ticket, the battle pass showed up in my account, but it has nothing to do with GoFest. Because
Right.
like my friend was like, "Well, how far are you on the battle pass?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have it. Like I'm American, no way for me to get it." And then she was like shocked that America doesn't have it. But now I'm like debating of whether do I pay for it, because when I redeemed it, it was like 11 days left, and I was like, oh.
Ooh.
But I am gonna like hustle at Go Fest, and I think that'll probably be more than enough.
And Go Fest is in how many days from now?
7.
Technically. Okay. So
It literally
that's,
ends.
yeah, it's cutting it close.
Yeah.
how much is it?
But it's $7.
But buy it.
I mean, at that point, you might as well.
$1,500 to get to Japan. Spend
I don't have anybody
$7
left.
on
I spent it all on a flight.
True. You've spent it all.
The budget's gone now.
Gotta optimize your Pokemon Go playing while you're there. I'd spend that $7 to get a little bit more out of my trip.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. No, I was just gonna buy it probably when I got close to the end because it's retroactive.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to like get it initially.
Yeah, because so as far as you've gotten it already, then like the second side just lights up with whatever you've already obtained, right? So like whatever level you're at. Yeah.
And I think the battle pass is like Delmise and Turtonator and Drampa, and there's some like decent Pokemon. But you get a lucky trinket at the end, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's as long as the expiration date on it isn't like 72 hours or whatever.
Yeah,
It probably
I don't know
is.
what it is.
It probably
The
is.
amount of people that have used lucky trinkets on me because they expire, you got to use it on somebody.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You gotta
If you have a
meet these
lucky
people and
trinket,
trade.
you can use it on Glau and then say you're going to meet Glau at New Jersey Go Fest.
I mean, I can't let everybody down then. You know,
That's
I'd
true.
have to do those trades.
Mhm.
I would have to.
Think of
Yeah.
all the
I feel so
in-person.
bad.
Think of the in-person pocket trades you could do.
Oh.
Oh.
Although you're at like
I
9,000.
can't fill up my Machamp binder though. With that. My shiny Machamp binder.
You probably have
That
more
wouldn't-
shiny Machamps than most people.
I actually don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. So I'll be streaming GoFest this weekend, assuming this podcast should come out Monday. So if you want to see GoFest Osaka, if you want to see that park, if you just want to see Osaka in general, you can come by on Twitch. And then I don't know if this was talked about in the GoCast, but me and GoCast and Austin will be hosting a raid train on Sunday because Austin will be there. And
Not me. Not me. Oh, no, you did mean me.
yeah, no, I meant you.
Oh, no, I see what you're doing now. I see. Okay. I was like, oh, there's someone else I didn't know about, but no, okay, never mind. No, you did mean me. What day
Bobby
was
won't-
that?
Sunday.
Sunday. I'll start looking, I guess. I don't know.
So we did this last year. We did it in Central Park, and we had like over 100 people show up, which is crazy cool. But me and then GoCast and then whoever else wants to be there. We're not meeting in Central Park though this year because Central Park was like good on the outside, but once you got like more into Central Park, the service went down.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it wasn't great. There was like
It was
just a
bad.
giant dead spot.
It was bad.
So I believe there's a pier in New Jersey, and then there's like a walking path that we can do, and I've been told it's very good from people who live in New Jersey. So take that with a grain of salt. But anyways, we'll have a meetup on Sunday. We're going to do a raid train. It's going to start at I think noon, which obviously the event starts at 10, so you can do the event on your own or get breakfast. Don't feel like you're rushing because it's the final day. Look, I'm going to be honest. After 2+ days of Pokemon Go, I'm okay with missing like 2 hours on the third day and just like, I'm just going to sleep in and kind of take my time. But that's the plan. So once I'll make like a little infographic of like where we're starting, what time, where we're going, the little path. I think there'll be a campfire thing. So just keep an eye out on like socials or in either GoCast Discord or our Discord or whatever. And then we'll do a raid train. And if you want to just hang out for an hour, that's cool. If you want to do the whole raid train, also cool. If you want to join a little bit later, cool. Super flexible, but a bunch of people will meet up for that. So we'll see how that works. Should be fun. I think most of our audience is playing on Friday or Saturday. So in the park with your $100 premium bathroom ticket experience. So
Gotta get that premium bathroom.
yeah,
It's the only way to go.
that's the journalism I need. I need to know how premium this bathroom is. Okay, let's take one more quick break, and then we can talk about the Fossil Museum stuff, which is pretty exciting, and then the Pokemon metal stuff, because I did the metal thing in Japan. So we'll be right back. This podcast is brought to you by Pretty Litter. Pretty Litter helps you monitor your cat's health, check in abnormalities in your cat's urine by testing acidity and alkaline levels and showing visible presence of blood. If you're a little worried about your cat, maybe your cat gets UTIs. My old cat Sinnoh used to get UTIs all the time. Archer, though, he's a healthy boy. Pretty Litter ships free right to your door. It's low dust, it controls odors, it lasts for a month, and Archer had zero hesitation converting from the standard litter to Pretty Litter. Pretty litter for a pretty boy. And so far, so good. I guess the biggest thing I could really say from it is it doesn't get around the house. And I think a lot of people, including myself, like a litter that doesn't end up in your kitchen or your living room or even your bed. Right now, save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy at prettylitter.com/PKMNcast. That's prettylitter.com/PKMNcast to save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. prettylitter.com/PKMNcast. Pretty Litter cannot detect every feline health issue or prevent or diagnose diseases. A diagnosis can only come from a licensed veterinarian. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details. And we are back from our break. Pokémon Fossil Museum to debut in North America at Chicago's Field Museum. Pretty big news.
Yeah. Pretty awesome.
I've been to this. I went to this after Yokohama in Gunma. I'm probably saying that wrong. Gunma was the city, town. It definitely wasn't a city. It was maybe it was like a village. I did go to this. Wait, have either of you two been to the Field Museum in Chicago?
I have. I went last August when I went to Chicago.
Oh yeah, when you traveled.
Yeah.
But you flew.
I did fly. I fly for family events, but
okay. Wait, what airline did you fly on?
I don't remember.
American,
so much
Delta, United.
No, I know the airlines, but I can't remember.
Spirit.
It was. I think it wasn't Spirit. No, it wasn't. It was either American or United. I think it was United. It wasn't Delta.
Okay.
I was mad that it wasn't Delta, but I also was not the one that bought the tickets and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I've been to the Field Museum. We went on one of the days that we were there because like a bunch of people recommended it to bring my kids and stuff. So yeah, it's a cool museum. Have you been there, Steve?
3 times.
Oh wow. Okay.
I went.
You're an expert.
I think the first time I went was like middle school. It was like a field trip because I went to school in Milwaukee, so it was like an hour bus ride. It's a yellow bus, not a Pokemon bus.
Dang.
So close.
I know. And then I've gone twice as an adult. I think there was I think one time I just went to go like, oh, we're in Chicago, let's go to the Field Museum. And I think another time there was like an exhibit I wanted to see that was part of it. I think if you are in Chicago, I think you should go to the Field Museum.
Agreed.
I think it's really great. I feel like it's like a highly rated one too.
I think
there's probably like
there's
probably like a New York museum that might be better, but I think Field Museum is like up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it definitely is. Austin, did you say you had gone or no?
Nope.
No. Yeah, it's
I will go to the Pokemon one though.
Yeah, right. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, here, let me read the press release here. Ready your paleontology gear. That's another big word. I can't wait for paleontology. Paleontology.
There you go.
What was the other one? Extra-dimensional.
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
A new learning experience opens at its doors at Chicago's Field Museum on May 22nd. The Pokémon Fossil Museum. The Fossil Museum is a special exhibition that started in Japan, comparing fossils with ancient life forms found in real-world fossils. Makes its North American debut at the Chicago Field Museum, and trainers of all ages are invited. During the visit, you'll see vibrant Pokemon models side by side with life forms from the Field Museum collection, including scientific casts of Field Museum dinosaurs like the Sioux. Oh yeah, Sioux. That's the T-Rex. And then there's a big dinosaur word that I can't say, but it's comparing it to Tyrantrum and Archeops. And the Chicago tour stop in 2026 marks the first time that it will be outside of Japan. Did they say how long it's going to be there? No. I think just it's the start date.
Start date, yeah. How long has it been at the one in Japan? Or has it been at multiple locations? It's like moved around Japan?
Yeah, they move it around. I think it usually is like 4-ish months, and then they move it.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think it was only in Tokyo once, and I think it was near the start of the museum. So this museum originally started before COVID, like right before COVID happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only supposed to be like 6 months or whatever. And then they extended it because of COVID, because like people couldn't go to it. And then because it was so popular, they just kept doing it. Yeah. The museum I went to in Gunma, it was like a normal museum, I guess. Like they had whatever, but then the Pokemon stuff was like near the end, so you had to like walk through the normal museum to get to it, and then the gift shop was after that. And I remember because they were really strict about the tickets, because when you bought your tickets, I went like Zoe Two Dots, and then I went with my friend Boots, and there was like there was a group of like 6 of us, and and they gave you like a red ticket, and then when you got to the gift shop, the red ticket was to cash in to get like the Pokemon plush, so you could only get one plush.
Right.
So I wonder how. Okay, so the first thing I thought of this was, one, I thought of like them giving you a ticket for the gift shop to be like limit 1 Pikachu plush. Mm-hmm. But then the other thing I thought of was the TCG event that happened in
Amsterdam,
where the gift shop was just like destroyed. And I'm like, how are they gonna handle this?
Nah, you don't mess with Chicago. You don't mess with Chicago.
That's fair. I know. True.
I will say, like, with little knowledge of like everything that's come to the Field Museum, this will probably be one of the more popular things that they've had there, like in recent times, I would imagine. But I have to imagine that they look at that.
I did go to the Field Museum when they had a Harry Potter thing. Not that I went to the Harry Potter thing, but
was that like really popular?
Yeah, there was a line to get in, but like I just remember when you walked into the front hall, they had the like car, the flying car, like hung from the ceiling.
Yeah.
But I didn't do the Harry Potter thing. But
so I have to imagine they would look at what happened in Amsterdam. They would like. How couldn't you? Like, how wouldn't you look at that to say, like, this is what we're not going to let happen? Like, what can we do to prevent that situation from happening again? And, I think making people like buy a ticket and then putting it somehow at the end of an experience is probably the best way to handle that. Because, I mean, the Field Museum tickets aren't cheap. So,
no.
I think I remember paying being out of state, it was like 40 a person or something like that for the Field Museum. So it's not like they're super cheap.
Right.
And if they keep the purchase limits to like, one per ticket or something like that, I feel like you potentially wouldn't be making enough money on scalping that you would want to like really create a problem in that situation. Maybe, but I don't know. Yes. Scalper's gonna scalp.
Also,
Yeah, they're gonna do it.
I mean, they've been to so many museums. The gift shop for the Pokemon part was like a separate gift shop. It wasn't in the main gift shop.
Right.
So like most museums, I feel like you could just walk in and just go to the gift shop right away. Like that's normal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But separating that out makes sense. I think the other thing about the Van Gogh situation was you were getting a free card. And I know that doesn't make a difference with like how the gift shop experience went, but I feel like being like you're going to get a free card in itself may attract a lot more people in the first place. Whereas like this is like it's a museum exhibit and there happens to be a gift shop that may have some like exclusive merchandise, but like you're not going to get like a group of people coming for a free item, right? Like they all have to have like be paying for something, which I think makes that situation maybe a little less chaotic.
How far would you drive for this? Wait, for me, it's like, for me, it's a 6-hour drive or a 1-hour flight.
I would drive 6 hours.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
wouldn't fly an hour. I wouldn't take a flight. I would drive 6 hours.
Okay, for me it's roughly like 9.5,
Driving?
and I'm planning on driving. Oh, I don't know about driving, but probably train.
Yeah. Well, that's the
Feelings
thing too, is
train.
like you could make a weekend out of it, right? Like it's
Yeah.
Chicago. Like you could do other things as well and make it a few days and then just go to the Field Museum one of those days. So, because that's like the distance from here to San Francisco is about like 9 hours. And so if it happened to be in San Francisco, I'd like drive up there for like and make a weekend out of it and then just go to the Field Museum one of the days. For sure.
Yeah, I guess my other question is, do you go like the first week it opens, or do you
Not
like
at all.
wait it out? You're like,
You've got to wait, I think.
Wait it out. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might miss out on like the Pikachu plush or something, but
there's no way they run out of Pikachu plushes. Like it's been 2 years of museums in Japan. There's no way they don't.
Yeah, it's probably the
That's true.
same type of plush, right? Like I'm
Yeah,
assuming there wouldn't
probably.
be like an exclusive Field Museum one. It'd be like the same Fossil Museum Pikachu that's at all of
Yeah.
the museums.
it would just be way too crowded the first couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, but then you got to think about a month in. Now it's summer break,
Oh,
and so now
you're
you
so
like
right.
if you're May 22nd, like that, you're gonna hit the like people going. But
Yeah.
like if you wait like 3 weeks, now you're
Mhm.
hitting summer break stuff.
It truly depends on like how long it is there, I think.
Yeah. If it's there through like school getting back into
Yeah.
session, I'd almost be like hold off until
Yeah, just go near
fall
the end.
if you can.
Yeah.
If it's there long enough, skip summer, just go in like the very beginning of fall or the end of summer. It doesn't
Yeah, I
say
think it'd
though.
be
It
too
doesn't say on
chaotic
the-
to go right away.
Yeah,
Sorry.
on the Field Museum website, it also just says like starting in May. It doesn't give like
Okay.
a time frame.
I was impressed with the amount of Pokemon stuff there was. Like it wasn't just like one room, like one Tyrant, one like Anorith, like one Lileep. Like there was quite a bit, and I'm assuming it's just going to be the same stuff in Japan. Like I'm assuming they're just shipping it all over here, and that's why it's taking so.
That makes sense.
Because like
Yeah.
they ship real fossils to different museums.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they probably are okay shipping
It's
the
probably
fake
the same
ones.
stuff.
The fake ones.
Yeah, it's
from place
probably
to
the
place.
same stuff. So I
Yeah.
don't
Is it life size?
Yeah, they're accurate.
I think some of them, yeah.
That's cool.
Well, not like life size because they have like Auroris. Was spoiler. Auroris is one of the fossils. Auroras. Yeah, I think that's how you say it, Auroras.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's not that big. It like went up to the ceiling, but it's not like
That was pretty big.
It could have.
what you see in Jurassic
Brock,
Park.
like a
Love Jurassic Park.
like a Brachiosaurus or like a Allosaurus. Those things are like that big, right? So Auroras
think
could be that
so.
big. You're saying that they scale them up too much, like they're like
No,
They're
I'm,
more
I'm
than
saying I think
100%?
it should. I think it should be bigger.
oh, you're saying that the thing wasn't as big as you thought it should be.
Yeah,
Like the Auroras
maybe-
was not as big as you thought it should be.
According to Google AI, it's only 8 feet 10 inches.
Auroras.
The
Oh,
search,
baby.
the search labs, yeah,
That's a
8
little-
feet 10 inches.
That's a little
Oh,
baby
I mean,
dinosaur.
it was
Yeah,
it was like
Pokemon.com.
8 feet. Yeah, I would say it was 8 feet. Okay, maybe it was accurate then.
That feels small though,
It does. Too much Jurassic Park.
right? Yeah.
That does feel small. Tell it to like Legends ZA with their Onyx.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Amora is only 4 feet, but I guess that makes more sense.
I thought they would have been bigger because I always think of them as like a Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, yeah,
like
same.
those things are huge. They're like don't they like 30 feet tall
They're
or something?
huge.
Like
I don't know,
20
but
feet
they're
tall?
giant, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I took so much video while I was at the Fossil Museum, and I just didn't know what to do with it.
Mm,
I feel like there's a lot of unique things in Japan that like you would think that would do well on like YouTube or in some form of video content.
mhm.
But I think because like Americans will never experience that. You would think because oh like I'm never going to experience, I'll watch a video on it. Like it just there's not that much of an interest for that. Like I've watched
bummer.
I've looked it up on YouTube and like other people have had videos of like the Fossil Museum and they just don't seem to like garnish interest. But I feel like this announcement did garnish a lot of interest. So now I
Yeah.
wonder if
Now's the time. Post your
yeah,
stuff.
but what am I going to
Chop
do with
it up
it?
a bunch
Like,
of TikToks or reels or something. And
Yeah, do it right before it starts.
oh yeah, like right before it starts, because then you could be like,
yeah.
What to
maybe,
expect?
like this is what you could, this is what,
Yeah.
this is what you
There
could
you
look
go.
forward to, or something like that. You know?
Yeah.
people-
I mean, I film a lot of stuff and then I just like never know what to do with
Yeah. It's- I don't know. Good to have.
it.
Maybe
It was
someday
worth
I'll
it
use
though.
it.
Yeah.
It was worth it though. I think if you are like I don't want to say like you should travel 6+ hours to just see this exhibit, but there's like so much to do in Chicago if you've never been
I'll
to
say
Chicago.
that.
So it's like
I will say that you should travel 6+ hours to see this
Yeah,
exhibit.
I mean, I'm going to.
and just go
just
to
see
the
the
field. Like,
exhibit.
yeah, but like, and also like you'll be at the field museum. Like you should go
That
to
is
the
true.
field
That's
museum
also
and
true.
like
Yeah.
I don't know, expand your knowledge of things. Like I think it's not like a bad idea anyways. And then, like you said, Chicago's a big city. Like there's a lot of other things to do in Chicago as well if you're there.
Yeah, very true. And the Field Museum is huge. I think that's like an all-day thing for your $40.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, it was literally an all day. Well, as all day as you can do with like a 5 and a 4 and a 6-year-old. But yeah, we definitely spent a long time in that because we have museums here. We have some decent museums here, but nothing like the size of the Field Museum. I think this place was huge, so definitely worth it.
Okay. We actually didn't talk about this last bit of news, which we should have talked about in the TCG part, but we'll go through this and then our bonus segment this week will be me getting kicked out of a Pokemon Center if you want to hear about that.
Nice.
So if you're in the premium feed. But we're going to end with TCG Pocket again. It surpassed $1 billion in 200 days. This is off pocketgamer.biz. Major milestone on May 22nd. App Magic estimates 204 days from the global launch. It makes the series the fastest game to enter the Mobile Unicorn Club. What Unicorn Club?
What is that?
What?
That we're gonna have to look that up. Mobile Unicorn Club on a gross player spending basis, ahead of Pokemon Go's 282 days to reach 1 billion. In fact, Pokemon Pocket has even beaten the likes of Scopely's Monopoly Go to the Unicorn Club. I think Unicorn is just 1 billion.
I'm gonna guess that
Yeah, it's private companies that are valued at over $1 billion.
yeah.
Oh, okay. With fellow post-pandemic mobile have taken 218 days. Okay, so Monopoly Go took 218 days to get to $1 billion. Pocket took 204 days. Pocket has just come slightly shy of Hoyo versus Genshin Impact, which took 178 days. The Pokemon Company, DNA and Creatures released TCG Pocket on October 30th, 2024, recapturing the Go-esque lightning in a bottle with over 10 million downloads and 43.6 million generated its first week across Google Play and Apple, achieving the second strongest mobile launch in the Pokemon franchise. TCG Pocket went on to earn 232.4 million in the first 30 days and helped drive DNA's game profits up by more than 800%.
8,000%.
Oh, sorry, 8,000%. In 2025, Pocket has officially surpassed 100 million installs and has a very high retention rate compared to other DNA games. There's like a little link here. I don't know what that link's going to. Pocket has also celebrated its 6-month anniversary in April, and Pocket has ultimately out-earned Go by 14% over their respective first 6 months. Gosh, this article is really long for a bunch of money.
Yeah, seriously. It does look like it hasn't been able to, it's like its initial high was 236.4 million in November, and then player spending has fallen a little bit in December and January.
Not mine.
But that like makes sense. Like I mean, like, I guess if it continues to fall, there's that. But I mean, still, for the amount of money it's bringing in, like,
huge.
It's huge. Can I just say, because now we're talking about Pocket again real quick, with the amount of money they're making, they can give out more hourglasses for the PvP stuff, because I had forgotten about the PvP, like to go in and like click on it. So I went in the other day, like yesterday, I think. I went in and tapped, and it was like, look at your results from the first season or whatever. And mind you, I did 3 battles, and they were like against bots, right? Because the first, your first 4 or 5, whatever battles are against bots. I got 15 hourglasses. 15 hourglasses for 3 battles. What isn't like doesn't the number 1 player in the world get like 90 hourglasses or something? So like I literally got 15 for putting in about 5.5 minutes of work. And then whoever is number 1 in the world is only getting like 90 or 100 hours.
That's what I've been saying.
That's wild. Yeah, that is wild.
It's all those Gengar EX defenders that are like, it's not that bad. No, you're out of your mind.
And they guys past $1 billion. They can give out more hourglasses.
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, that's not bad for like if it was 3 battles, yeah, maybe I'll do a couple.
3 battles, I got 15 hourglasses at the end of it. It's like I got to pack on a little extra for 5 minutes of trying it out against bots.
I still need my shiny Charizard, so
it's insulting to ask for so many hours to not even get a 10 pull. It's just absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
This game makes so much money, and you want your players to like dedicate hours to grind a ladder for 8 booster packs.
Those emblems must be. I wonder if people are selling their accounts with their number 10 in the world emblem or something. It must be worth something.
Yeah,
those packs aren't doing
it. You're not grinding those 10 booster packs out with Gengar EX. That's for sure.
That being said, if that's what you like to do, if you like to, spend hours on hours doing the PvP stuff and just for the sake of battling and not the sake of opening packs, like, you do you. There's no hate on that. It's just like, I feel like me putting in 5 minutes of work, getting 15 hourglasses, the number 1 person should get more than 100 or whatever it is that it is. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I don't. The game makes so much money,
Yeah,
It's wild.
and,
It is
and
wild.
they're so stingy.
generates
But
some
I've
of
heard
codes or
I've heard
whatever.
Genshin Impact is like way more stingy. But I've never played it.
I've never played Genshin Impact, but
No.
There's
people seem to love it.
there's some Nikki Infinity drama with stinginess.
Uh-oh.
That game-
What's
that
going
game's-
on there?
Yeah, I don't know.
They
no.
just introduced Infinity Nikki Infinity Nikki is another gacha
Infinity
game
Nikki.
where you pull for characters, but then you also pull for clothes. So like you get different
Okay.
clothes and whatnot. So they just added another gacha, which is dye to change the clothing different colors.
No way.
Stop. No, they did not.
Oh,
No, they did not.
way.
And people are so
Oh,
mad
no. Yeah, understandably.
about it that I think there are people like boycotting it or whatever because the dye has gone too far. I'm not smart enough to talk about Infinity Nikki. Okay.
Funny.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for making it to the end. Sorry, this is a little bit shorter of an episode. Again, we're in Japan. I have to get ready for Community Day. If you're on the premium feed, stick around after the credits. We'll have a little bit bonus stuff. I got kicked out of Pokemon. It wasn't that. I'm making it a big deal. It's not that big of a deal. They just didn't want me filming. I'll talk about my Pokemon Center experience. Oh, we never got to the medals. I'll talk about the medals. But I'm getting more medals when I go to Osaka, so we'll probably bring it up again anyways. So if you want to hear about all that, if you want premium feed, if you want ad-free, patreon.com/PKMNcast. I have all the Patreon tiers 30% off for the rest of the month because their Patreon has removed the 30% button from iOS because Apple lost that lawsuit. So to celebrate you not paying 30% to Apple, I'm giving you another 30% off to join Patreon. So it's on sale till the end of the month. So if you're not on the premium feed, that's okay. Thank you for making it to the end. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. Austin, where can people follow you if they are not sticking around for premium?
Twitch.tv/Glowl. GLOWL.
There we
I
go.
shiny hunt. I got a bunch of shiny Machamp. Apparently, I don't know. But yeah, that's where I'm at, you know?
Perfect. Thank you for being on today. I appreciate it.
No, thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, stick around for the post credits if you're on premium. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Austin. This has been another episode of the Pokemon Podcast, and we are
Super effective.
It was really easy. You open your Pokemon Home app, you click on like mystery gift, and then you go down to NFC, and then like right when you walk in, if you've never been to like a Pokemon Center, they have like usually a little table where you can show them your birthday, and then if it's your birthday, you get like a special Pokemon. Sometimes they have like other things, but it's usually just like